Hey, everybody, welcome to the Spill the Petals podcast, episode 15. And today we have yet another special guest from the AIFD side. We have Jacob McCall, AIFD, who is the program coordinator for the upcoming AIFD 2023 Grow Symposium that's happening July 1st through the 6th. And with me today, of course, is my colleague and friend Jackie Lacey. And Jackie, I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce Jacob a little bit more and introduce today's topic.
Very good. Thank you so much, Renato. And thank you so much, Jacob, for joining us today. We really wanted an opportunity to speak to Jacob about the programming. Like Renato said, he is the program coordinator for Symposium this year, and there's some really cool programming that you'll be able to see. Jacob, why don't we let you give us a little intro, tell us a little bit about yourself and position, and then we'll talk some about Grow.
Absolutely. So I'm Jacob McCall. I'm a member of the American Institute of Floral Designers, and I've been a member since 2011. And I'm a freelance product development, I guess you would say, expert at times. So I love what I do. I love the AIFD community, and first and foremost, I'm a volunteer.
Cool. That's right. Most all of the leadership for AIFD and the chair positions are all volunteer. So we all chip in and do what we can each and every year. And program coordinator as well as symposium chair is one of those thankless 2 or 3 year commitment that everyone gets into
I don't think
from
people
time to
realize
time
it's
and then runs.
Yeah, I don't think people realize it's a three-year planning commitment. It's been a long road, but it's going to be a beautiful growing season in July.
And just to be transparent, Jackie, you're the past president for 2 years running. And I also serve, I'm not a designer. I don't have AIFD behind my name, but yet I am too a volunteer for AIFD. And I think that's, we all share that passion for serving in this industry. So you don't have to necessarily be a designer to participate in AIFD, because we're also Jackie and myself, officially part of the vendor community that support and engage with AIFD members. So if you're a vendor, definitely consider engaging in that manner as well.
Well, it's one of those things that we all say that AIFD is a family, and we all know that we bring our family in to everything we do, and that includes those of us that do take a leadership role. Mm-hmm. We also have to beg, borrow, and steal from everyone that we know to get the job done, right, Jacob?
That's right. I was gonna tag on to what Renato was saying. You know, it's important to remember AIFD recognizes our vendors as a partner, and the partnership with our partners, it's so important to be there and be involved and to network and to see all the wonderful things that the partners bring to Symposium, and to have their name up there, connected with designers and vendor booths and partner booths and everything that entails Symposium. The partners are really interwoven and a huge part of Symposium. If we didn't have the partners, there would be no Symposium.
That's exactly right. And you've taken a lot of leadership roles in AIFD since you've been a member, and have grown as you've grown in your career and the industry. Tell us a little bit about exactly what is the position as program coordinator?
Program coordinator really works with finding and selecting the talent that will be on stage doing the programs, as well as hands-on classes, and really anything that that I would say is featured entertainment and educational, and the talent that comes to Symposium, that you're actually investing to go see. So for years in the past, the program coordinator has only done that And in the past few years, the program coordinator and the symposium chair have really interwoven these responsibilities, and we work as a team. And it doesn't just take one person to do one job. As program coordinator, I've jumped into many hoops and roles in the past 3 years to make symposium happen, and it took hundreds of us to come together and create this.
And when you're selecting the programs and reaching out for those to submit, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the process is normally you will release a call for program submissions to be submitted to you a year and a half out. You'll take those submissions, see what fits with the theme, the trends that we're seeing, what the board or maybe the members have requested to see, and then put together the programs based on the partners and vendors that will be supporting those, and then fill in around that with hands-on programs and other educational opportunities. Is that kind of the process?
That is the process. So we AIFD headquarters does a call for submissions of proposals for programs, and it can work two different ways. The designer themselves can submit a program, or at a certain level, if the partner has come in at a certain level, then they can also submit a program with their design team or designer of choice, and have a program. Now, I will tell you, not all programs are necessarily selected. There, it has to fit within the theme, and it has to fit cohesively with what you're wanting to get out of symposium. We want to create a story when we're creating symposium, and each year we have it's a different theme. Sometimes the years before it plays off the year after. Just as we had roots in Las Vegas, we have grow in Chicago. So it's also important to AIFD is not just a North America organization. We are global, and so it's important to acknowledge designers from around the world that share talent, education, forefront in trends. Sometimes we even have emails that people just send us, and they say, listen, we haven't seen this person for a very long time, or this person has written a book and no one has ever seen them at symposium, or they've done some type of groundbreaking design trend or work, and we want to bring them, for our audience at symposium.
One thing cool is hopefully I'm not jumping the gun or stealing your thunder, but through our work with the foundation, we've been able to preview a lot of the videos for Charlie Gropetti's program at convention, and his program is totally appropriate because he is actually growing all the stuff that he will be using in all of his designs. And when you said that you want those presentations to tell a story, it's a wonderful story, and I'm really excited to watch that particular program, and it's so appropriate to the theme. So I mean, right away I could see Charlie's program fitting in with what you've just described as the process for selecting programs to be at symposium.
And before we move to the programs, I just want us to reiterate one of the things that Jacob just said, that every program isn't selected, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a great program,
right.
or that it's not something that might be viable in a year, another year, or something like that. But like Jacob said, we really want to tell a story and connect those programs together to reinforce trends and theme and things that we're seeing in the market. I agree with what we're seeing from Charlie, though, because the growing process leads into sustainability, and there's so much talk about that I'm really excited for some of the other programs too. Why don't you share a little bit
Yep.
about a little bit more about the lineup, Jacob, that you and Chris have put together?
Yeah, so super excited. Obviously, you guys gave a shout out to the foundation. They help us so much with educational experiences at Symposium, and you know, not only are they sponsoring Charlie Groppetti, but they are basically underwriting almost every single program in addition to the regular underwriters. So I thank you for giving them a shout out. We absolutely. So we're so excited about the lineup this year. We have Laura Dowling, who is a former White House florist under the Obama administration. We also have David Beam. He is a very well-known event designer out of New York City that travels worldwide. We have Gretchen Sell and Jody Duncan being represented by Smithers Oasis. We have Bjorn Kroner. He is a former European champion and World Cup competitor. Per Benjamin, he has won the World Cup before. He'll be here also doing a hands-on class and on the main stage. Obviously, we spoke about Charlie Groppetti. Charlie's program, it's been over 20 years since Charlie's been on the main stage presenting a program, and he was actually the very first person that I asked, would he join us in Chicago? Jorge Uribe and Andy Mueller, they have a fabulous runway show with all these mythical creatures that will be made out of Floral. Ellie Lynn, who competed in the World Cup and is just one of the most trend-setting designers that I've ever seen. Her work is breathtaking. We have Jackie Smith-Johns and Lottie Nyes doing a program that features tropical flowers. We also have Ty Leslie. Ty Leslie has been a long-time AIFD member. He's actually a former Symposium program chair like me. And Ty's program will be breathtaking, and it's going to touch your heart. So, and then we have lots of hands-on classes and workshops that are free, and we have some that are moderate cost and some that are up there that are really world-class experiences. So the lineup is unbelievable. We also have Andy Hopper that will be designing the leadership gala, and we have Steven Santos who will be doing the awards dinner.
I mean,
Lots
that's
of
some
names.
incredible names that you put together there. So hopefully those that are listening and viewing will find someone in that very impressive list that means something to them, and that certainly they can take a lot back from each and every program. And that's the whole point of the way the programs are put together, is what the takeaway is, correct?
I was going to say, if you haven't heard these names before, let your fingers do the walk-in and hop on Facebook, type in their name or Google their name. I'm sure that every single one of them will pop up, and you will be blown away by what they create.
Yeah, that's a great way to kind of research, maybe the programs you want to check out is Google the presenter. And a lot of them, I would say to the person, I've seen like a video or photos that they've posted online. So it's really easy to get a taste for their talent just by checking them out on social media.
Well, and that's
they're also
important to
different.
do a little research before you get there.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah, I was going to say they're also different. That's what's important about being Symposium program chair, is having a well-rounded list of
Diverse.
programs and hands-on experiences. Every single one of them are so different, and it's going to be amazing.
Nice.
Well, if there were one thing in your mind foremost that you would want the listeners and viewers to know about AIFD program, what would that one, not the most important thing, but just the one thing that you really would like to share with everyone?
Be there to network, be there to experience, be there with an open mind. If you've never seen a main stage program at AIFD Symposium, it's life changing, and that's why we say we're a family, because you'll always come back for more every single year, and it gets bigger and bigger.
Is there anything that well, one thing that we haven't talked about is how can people find the lineup and more information about what will be going on at AIFD this year?
Absolutely. So there's several ways that you can find that information. First and foremost, AIFD.org, the main website for the American Institute of Floral Designers, or you can hop on Facebook, social media, and you'll find an icon that says AIFD Symposium. That is all things symposium. It's also reshared, not only with me and myself and Chris Norwood, but it's also shared on the main AIFD, American Institute of Floral Designers page. And for all of our partners, they have been resharing the information that they're connected with as well. So there's multiple ways of finding this information. And if you can't personally find it, you can definitely reach out to me. I'm here.
And should there be
Morning,
a
noon, and night.
partner listening that might be interested, is there still time for a partner to sign up?
Absolutely. Partners can reach out to myself. They can email the AIFD headquarters. If they go to the main website of AIFD.org, there's a link for partners for AIFD Symposium, and they can fill out the form there. We'd be happy to have any partners come on board. Obviously, the more partners, the merrier. That's what makes the world go round.
Well, and it's one of those things that we look forward to this every year, because we get to be with our AIFD family and our Floral family. And like Jacob mentioned earlier, if you've never attended a symposium, it's sort of like the Academy of Flowers. It's like that top branch of programming that you can see, and just being together and having gone through what we have for the last few years, and seeming to sort of coin the phrase grow as we go forward, would be a great opportunity for people to join us. So be sure and check out, again, AIFD.org, and look for the information on Grow, being held in Chicago this year, July 1st through the 6th, and we'd love to see you there. Anything else that you want to share with us, Jacob, either about Grow or about programming or AIFD in general?
Yeah, get your tickets early. Registration is open. Make your hotel reservations. We're at the beautiful Chicago Hilton, right on Grant Park, which is a historic hotel. We're excited. We're going to have thousands of people there, and tons of partners and fabulous floristry. So we look forward to seeing you there.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there, Jacob. And thanks so much for joining us today and passing on all this great information, as well as the insight that you're giving behind the theme and the presenters. We're just really excited.
Well, no, on behalf of us as elite partners and education partners and AIFD members, we just want to thank you, Jacob, for all of your hard work that's gone into the last 3 years of getting to this point. We can't wait to see everything come to fruition this July.
And thank you, Jackie and Renato. Thank you, Floriology and BloomNet, for being there with us every year at AIFD Symposium, and just being a part of the AIFD family. It's so important.
We can't wait. We're looking forward to it. Renato, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, absolutely. You could catch this podcast if you're listening to the audio version. There is a video version available. We usually post it on our YouTube channel for Floriology, and that's youtube.com/@Floriology Institute. You could also check out a version of this on our Facebook page. So you could catch this episode and the 14 other episodes prior to this one that we've aired. So a lot to learn, and I guess it's a prequel, but the previous one we talked with the new AIFD leadership. So this has been a heavy AIFD past couple of weeks, but that's fine, because we're looking forward to helping AIFD ramp up to the symposium, so we're happy to do it.
And thank you so much for being with us today and for listening. And remember, there's no use crying over spilled petals. We'll see you again soon.